This time, absolutely no chats whatsoever. Okay? Back to back game. On point. Anyway, welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the infinite aid to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I am doing no chats today, as in the description. Well, no chats for this particular one, because I just got like a mixed reading, like vibe wise, not just like in selective portions of the chat, but also like in my post reading. I definitely got that as well. It was very like there was a lot of emphasis towards that. So I'm just doing like a clean and clear read. This is Gifts Unlocked, exclusively for To the Inner Wild for myself. I don't expect anybody to be here, and I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. Just because I want a clear reading live, kicking out anyone's input, so I don't have to question, I don't have to linger, I don't have to do any of that. I don't know anybody, any of my attention, especially when I'm doing a personal reading. So my latest read, after clearing out the energy, was this. Okay, Ace of Pentacles being funded, prime funding. 7, which is the Chariot card, moving forward. And then growth, it tried to come back in again as in a reversal, like trying to stagnate my growth, but it was truly supposed to be upright. And again, I'm telling you, the emphasis that really came forward was like for some clarity, was the jealousy card. There are some it was definitely some passive aggressiveness coming through, and it's because people are jealous. And so sometimes I just think, like, I make exceptions for people, thinking that, oh, maybe they're just like feeling like a sourpuss or whatever, and they're feeling like, a little goth and emo for the day. um and then, just making like some questionable comments. But people who are normally like well versed in that realm, but like are still considered high vibing, I would consider high vibing, are people who kind of sit in that energy, that like that poetic energy of discernment on how, like, just not itemizing, but really taking into account like the tangibles, the feels of of like each portion of like, so it's not just taking inventory, it's like getting the feels for each component when going through something. So it's not so mechanical. And so like I understand those energies to be like in good vibes even when they're not feeling like so. And I think maybe I just kind of interpreted some of those energies. I gave a little bit of leeway for people who just were not holding um, the same space for me, And so I saw that a lot in my post readings. I mean, I had to do the reading 3 times. I had to clear out and whatever, and I still got, the tail end trying to come through. So I think people were trying to use, some occultists were trying to use kind of like my open door policy in a way that like trampled mud into everything. And just at this point, I will say I gotta respect the energy for what it feels like. But I do not need to allow for those energies to re-enter. They've already shown their face. They've already shown me, and this is not a matter of like taking it personal. This is just fact. They showed me disrespect when I held space open for them. So as soon as I see them again, they're just out. That's it. I don't need them to like, bitch, don't kill my vibe. That's the energy here. So anyway, this is season 2, episode 11, and since I already claimed justice on the prefix, this is now strength. So this is exact my back to back or my business to business flex. Okay, so I'm starting off with these 2 cards here as my energy cards, and then these will be my clarifiers, and then clues. Okay, so they said change up the order here. Yeah. Okay, so on the recipient side, 4 of wands in reverse, lasers. Oh, you know what I'm hearing? Getter, lasers. Giant fucking laser beams. Yeah, that's it is. Okay, so it's a paradigm shift with lasers. This is when like my like classic dubstep um pioneers came through, and then they had their origin story of like entering into the industry, and then they amplified to the point of like basically creating like a laser show alongside with it, like setting the standard. So that's the paradigm shift that I'm talking about and manifesting that on the right side. And this is despite like whatever anybody else says, because I remember it wasn't too long ago where I think some random people would just ask me like in real life like, oh, who do you like dubstep, whatever. And like even I think maybe dubstep wasn't like kind of lost its shine or whatever um in the, like, I'm talking about a few years ago, but I like I still claimed like I still liked it, whatever, along with others. But that was like my I don't know. I just that's how I feel, and so when I would say like who, when I had to claim who I liked, um, um I think one of them, it was just like common ones that I had known. And one of them was like should I even say it? I'm starting to get like all embarrassed here. Just silly. Okay, well, this is real life, so I'll just talk about it. Gosh. Um because like when you're talking to a stranger, like what the fuck do they know? So I just like named some common ones that were just inevitably like, yeah, they're on the list. So when I said Skrillex, and he was like, oh, you like it? I was like, and I'm like, yeah. Why? What is your problem? What is your problem? And since he re-entered, like I think just like I'll just speak in general, when people re-enter after like previously being recognized, there's a lot of expectation that comes alongside with them. But um I think like, how do I say it? How are you supposed to police your fans really when you're that big? Like, mm, I think the impression that was um, said about, you know, let's say in general, energies that big is like overly commercialized, or just like a sellout. And and I don't know how to digest all of that energy because I don't stay up with certain trends. I just like what I like, and that's it. Okay. And so even with things that I do really, really like, I don't um I don't like uh juice out their work. You know what I mean? Like I've talked about this like plenty of times before. I just don't um like, what do you call it, leech off of everything that they like, everything that there is to know about them and all of their work. I like to keep things fresh, like when the time comes of like refreshing my page of uh of what's ready and in store for me as far as messaging and vibes, then I'll take it at that. But I'm not gonna, what do you call it? Um, there are certain things that I like well enough that I I thrive on the cycle of it. And so what was I gonna say about that? Mm, I don't I don't know. I feel like when the world is ready to introduce something new to me, then I'll have that. Um yeah. So even if it's like 7 years ago that they did it and it's the first time that I've encountered it, it's new to me, it's fresh to me. I like it just as if it were just it just came out. So I don't I don't really, that's where I think I lose interest in the conversation, or like even the introductory part of meeting someone when they're that um when they leave that kind of an impression. Like, um, yeah. I realize that the common interests are not, like within a certain umbrella, are not enough to um, say that that's kin energy, because um, their value set is different by where they place their focus on. And so that's just that. So anyway, fuck, what am I talking about here? Okay, 3 of Pentacles on the doing side. This is heading into, I mean, this paradigm shift and thinking like more expansively than the norm, even when we share similar umbrella of interests. It's okay. It's okay that like I'm not, like I might vibe well with others, but I may not be, like we might not be super aligned, and that's okay. That's fine. Same goes with like the spiritual realm, the tarot community, whatever. It's fine. But you know what that does for me? It creates opportunities. They're ready for me to take on. I am good with that. Like I'm good with that. That gives me hidden leverage. Not only am I okay, like I find home and hearth and the way I am and the way like things are for me, the way I conduct myself, the way I hold myself, like it also like surprise opportunities. Okay, cool. So there's that. Okay, so clarifier, or this is going to be the segue. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, I forget. I should open my eyes. Gain and spiritual. Like, duh. Seriously. That is definitely a paradigm shift, succeeding at that. And we just talked about the next year, 2026, according to the grapevine, is the fire horse. Is that right? I think so. Anyway, the segue is so gaining traction, and this is not saying like, oh, I'm better than you, but this is like, I don't know if I've ever been in that state where like, oh, you like that? That's not popular, or you know, like that. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Um, but anyway, like, um, that was a good example because, if I am so like removed from that energy, like I haven't conversed with, that artist at all, like, so if I am sensing that, I can only imagine what they encounter as well. And and they just like they take the ultimate prove it test where it's just like in your face. I'm back, bitches, you know? And I never lost game, you know? It's just I have my personal life too. And I don't owe you an explanation. It's just I'm back and there's no, like, that says it all. So anyway, paradigm shift is indicated here. Um, Yeah. All right. So, okay. Those are the Segue cards. Okay. And then, oh, why did it go like that? I didn't even mean to do that, but it's okay. It's okay. Landed on my left foot, situated towards my right. So what the heck does that mean? Queen of Cups extroverted, Hierophant inverted. And Topper is Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is recuperation. This is regaining health. Like, what is it? All health points accounted for, basically, and filled. That's a full gas tank. And so let's see here. What is this supposed to be? This is my left foot. So this is like leading, or is it? It's kind of like, because like I have my legs crossed right here, so it landed where my left foot is, but it's on the right side, so it's kind of weird. So it feels like goofy footed type of energy. Um, um, Intuitive. So this is holding oneself with grace. Like, it's kind of matter of fact. That's how I stand. That's how I roll. Moving back from, like, going a little backwards to the previous read. It's riding Maverick. So if I ride goofy footed, like, who's you to say? Like, I'm riding Mavericks, you know? And that's the way I roll. Okay. All right. Okay, so the header cards. That was like a segue to a segue. That was weird. Okay. All right. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, don't even. That's crazy. We have a little chapter here, or a prologue. That's what it is. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse was starting up. Things are starting up. Okay, remember, this is Gifts Unlocked exclusively for To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 11, my B2B flex. What does it say? Psh. Oh, Ten of Swords, killer. What is it? Wu-Tang Clan, killer bees. Anyway, it's assassin energy, okay? Magician in reverse and Three of Cups in reverse. What? Oh, shit. Okay. Let me check the energy, because I'm doing it like reading the cards, and it's intuitive, like third eye sense, but I want to feel out the energy to make sure that this is like I'm getting it accurate. Okay. Okay, true assassin energy. Internal. Outside of that, internal. External. Energy. This stands correct as an energy card. We leave that there. Okay. Magician in reverse, internal. Okay. Three of Cups. Okay. Queen of Swords. There's a lot of meanings here. I mean, looking at this after the Queen of Swords, and there's the King of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. This is weird. I don't know who this external would be, but this is on the doing side. I have a team here. I have a league here. What is this? Okay. Okay, all right, I get it. I understand now. Okay, so part of the doing side, I guess this is like background to describing what's going on over here. What makes an assassin? Okay. Well, somebody that's well versed in alchemy in all four suits, or actually the fifth suit as well, considering the ether energy, spirit energy, making of the man center point. Um, and so this is a magician that has to kind of retract a little. Instead of making oneself smaller, I'll just retract a little bit. I will pull back my energy. So I heard instead of saying, what is it? I don't even know where I've heard this before, but they say said something like, "The fuck are you? Fuck are you too? Fuck are you too?" Something like that. It was some. It wasn't like through a triad like that, but it's like, "Fuck are you?" I don't know. Where did I don't even. That's not even the best impersonation of it, but magician in reverse. It's retracting the energy. I'm like, um since I'm not like the vibe that I got from my post reading, the first and like couple points was like, as long as you know that you are a star, you are like sunshine, rainbows, like all this shit, Tina, um then that's great, whatever, but know that you are still not receiving the, how do I say it, the places that I show up like that, I shouldn't have to pretend um that I have an audience like that. Realize your worth by like how do I say it? Mm, um like I wasn't valued as much as I've brought to the table, meaning that there was some slight disrespect there. Like people were allowed indoors and they should have never been allowed to come in the first place. It was like, if they're going to come in with jealousy energy, like fuck that. I don't need any of that. Um so it was something like that. Like it was almost like I was let's say I was on Broadway. I was performing like I was on Broadway, but I was at some like the way I was received, not talking smack about the people, like everybody that was there, but there were a good amount of people still around that were treating me like I was like Jenny, like in a diner, like trying to like play her music and disrespected by like some lowlifes, Um yeah, it was just despicable energy. Like you're better than that, Tina. And so you just like, it's not enough for me to just feel like, to know that I the shit. Um I need to position myself better because like fuck that. That was yesteryears. We're not bringing that into like the new years, whether it's the next year or even like forwarding on from that. So retracting just a bit. And so this is the internal energy. Okay, this is objective. This is not like being foul mouthed about it, but in my most immediate experience, I was like, yeah, damn right, for sure. But this is more objectively speaking, like, all right, okay, what I am better than those places. Um, I don't need to recreate the experience of um, previous moments of disrespect. All right, Three of Cups in reversal was yeah, not being really celebrated. Like it's hidden jealousy energy. This is I confirmed that this was external. Which is like, that's a disappointment, whatever. But then here, okay, on the doing side, I have my crew here. Mixed with divine feminines that speak for the truth. This is these are queens that are upright. These are well-intended energies. Um, I have a form of divine feminine and divine masculines here. One we've talked about that's in healing, that's handling their stuff righteously and correctly. And the front man, which is divine feminine energies that are well versed in controversies and um, re- um, representing themselves well. Um, this is my main introductor, the main person that's introducing me still, um, and also a support crew. So this is like, these are different walks of life. These are two separate energies. I did confirm that. Um, and so they're helping me like crank the gears, like turn the wheels. So these are um, glorified moderators, I would say. Um, these are not only motion censored within the environment, the scope of the environment. So that's saying like they're able to read the environment well. It's like it detects what's happening. They detect what's happening like real quick. And so what was I going to say about that? They're great facilitators in making things happen, even when the crowd isn't ready to receive someone like me. Um, this is like, it only takes two kinds of people, let alone if it's embodied in a singular identity of each. It only takes like that. It doesn't take very much. I'm talking about like volume wise, because these have gone through a lot of life experiences and are still going through stuff, you know. But so I don't want to minimize the detail of what each brings to the table. But as far as like a head count, even if it's only two, they carry their weight. So that's wonderful. Okay, that's on the doing side. So normally when this would be cumbersome, this type of energy, okay, it's just saying like I'm no longer like playing like in a subway station or whatever. Like I'm actually killing it. So they're allowing me to do the job of killing it. Thank you. Bravo. All right. So those are the header cards here. Okay. So my B2B flex. Okay. Gifts unlocked exclusively for me, basically. Mm. So those are the header cards, and these are the clarifying cards. All right. This one. Reconciliation, generosity, faith, vulnerable, and justice. I was going to say that Queen of Swords was like kind of justice system representing, but I didn't want to play it out. Maybe I was like, maybe it's I'm all in my head with all this legal stuff, but for sure. So reconciliation, the part is where it's like, I didn't do myself wrong in allowing people to assert their questionable energy. um uh i I did right by myself because I that's how I would naturally conduct things. I'm not gonna like be, what is it, the Queen of Hearts, like in, is it the Wizard of Oz? No, what is it, Alice in Wonderland, like off with their heads, you know. I'm not gonna be a dictator of, you know, heart intuitive energy. I don't need to police, you know, my realm. I need to be able to enjoy it too. um Midpoint ringing 5:06 a.m. 29:09 on the clock right here. Yeah, I don't need to do any of that. That's the first time I've received like more of like a monotone type of ring in either ear. But that was weird. That was very specific. But yeah, I didn't do myself wrong in that because reconciliation also was one of the cards that came through on, I think, up against the Four of Cups, like sitting there and deciding whether or not to allow shit to happen. And because the Four of Cups came out twice within the bout of three decks and three positions. And so out of the 9 cards, this still came out, and two versions of the Four of Cups, except one was in reversal and the one that was up against this was in upright. So sometimes like I just have to reconcile my efforts and having to like to perfect my uh my environment, because in real life, you know, like, how are you supposed to police your fans, you know, when you're that big? So in this is actually a very good practice in knowing what's absolutely a no, and then whatever remains, you know, as a part of spirituality and trust, and you know, um in letting the universes hash out whatever remains. um Yeah, definitely. You just move on. Okay, reconciliation, and then therefore generosity comes through. It's like you've done um um what you've budgeted out to do, and that was already a considerable effort. And so here's a gift. Here's your consolation prize for having some faith and showing up like vulnerable, like sharing is caring, like you were doing your bit, you're doing your whole like ta-da, 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 but without saying like neener, neener, neener. You did your ta-da without your neener, 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 okay? And so justice is in order. Fan freaking tastic. Okay. So the clue cards are coming from here. No, they're coming from here. Yeah, pretty sure. Okay. All right. So instead of dropping a hint, these are dropping clues. Therefore, gemmy gems instead of jelly gels. Okay. Top of the deck, open. Okay. Cover. Okay. So this is Six of Swords. Navigation. Chartering the land, the waters. Hands across the water. Yeah. Hands across the sky. Yeah. So this is Page of Swords, learning. This is Hermes and or Mercury, and Destiny card here. Yeah, this is it's a communications card, but this is like learning how to navigate um yeah, learning how to navigate um with like my utility belt, my glorified utility belt. If I'm already equipped, I'm destined to do this. I'm fated to do this. Back to back, business to business, that kind of energy. Meeting up with like energies. So this isn't quite going door to door, but this is Six of Swords. There's adventure in this. There's a bit of turbulence. But I'm getting, again, Gilligan's Island type of energy. Because not every day is the same. Even when you take away, like technology and conveniences. Uh, Even, I think that's the surprising thing about Gilligan's Island, that without all of, like, the distractions, um, and, the proposed amusements, that not every day is the same. There's always adventure there, um, even when it's minimalism is enforced. Um, it's not reduced to like same old, same old. Even after you build your huts, even when you um, industrialize in some sense, like you know, when you build that home and hearth, that a certain level of civilization amongst yourselves. even with a small grouping, like a small a small grouping doesn't always depict like what is it, you know, like in Edward Scissorhands, the it's not even a close-knit community. It's like nosy, small town, everybody knows everything about everyone kind of environment. um mhm, definitely. And that's not even biased to like what class you live in. So when I say like um because Edward Scissorhands, they were like middle class to upper class. But then when I recall my mother-in-law, she came from like kind of like lower class. I don't mean that like it's just, that's just kind of like a fact. And she didn't care. Like you open up like what is it? Sodas with your own teeth, that kind of energy. Not talking down on anybody. I'm just saying that when like it has nothing to do with like really money. um when you're living in like a snooper, like gossipy type of environment, because she would get off the phone, in her better days she would constantly like know what everybody's business was, because of like you know, just talking on the phone to people, you know, from back in the day. um yeah, like her family um from her hometown. um so there's that. um yeah, okay, so back to here. Gilligan's Island type of appeal. Um, Interesting. Okay. So those are the clue cards here. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because this Wheel of Fortune looks more like a map, you know, like a compass with a map. Um, and then we already know what the Six of Swords upright is. It really is navigation. Mm, interesting. Okay. All right. So my B2B flex. What do you want to say about this? Gifts unlocked. Exclusively for tuning in or what? Oh, judgment. That's for sure. Called it. Um, Interesting. Curtain call. It's not just call time, but upon the enactment of um calling time with energies that just like it's not even saying fuck that, because we're over that. We already know we're on the brink of, or I already know I'm on the brink of um something wonderful and great. Like I can feel it. I can trust it. I know it. I just sense it. And after all that I've been through and all that I've processed, I just know what doesn't belong. I'm tired of making excuses. I don't need to make excuses for anyone who doesn't show up for me, or who does it half-assed or a quarter ass or three-quarters of an ass. Like, no. No. What they're giving me as far as imagery is Marty McFly, when he's trying to get his parents back together, get the timeline realigned, and he's starting to disappear. Like he couldn't even play the music, even three-quarters ass, even seven-eighths ass. You know, like I need you to be fully there. You know, to be there, and so that's what that is. Like I hate it. Like when we're like, you know, this happens a lot though for everybody, but for a lot of people, but like I remember the last few times that like I was out, like I just don't, it frustrates me when I'm beside someone and we're, what do you call it? And like people are on their phone, you know, like constantly, constantly, constantly. I don't know. it's just like that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so 7/8 sass, whatever. Um, I don't need to. I like those times are over. Every time, like I find an excuse, like make some leeway for people, make some considerations for people. I always feel like, mm, I feel like I just retracted back into my old self. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It's I don't feel like lesser of a person. I just feel like, why did I do that? For them. I was I wasn't um I was right about the energy. Because not only did I feel that then, like during the like the presence, but I also felt it after. I I was right about that energy. So anyway, our life is just, a barrel of um surprises. I mean, like, just a mini test, like keep yourself honest, that kind of energy. Anyway, as soon as you call time, as I call time, curtain call arises. That's what that is. That's lovely. It's lovely. It's time. It's time. Yeah, you see, they're all like shadows, on the sides. It looks kind of like a kaleidoscope the way they're all sprawled out, but there's no real like patterning to them unless it's happening for, this is like one portion of life, and then there's another portion of judgment of life, like somebody else's life that is in alignment with me. So my soul tribe fam, like are other replicas of like me, that we're replicas of each other. So it is in fact a kaleidoscope, just one facet of it, like when you're looking through. So that's what it looks like. You see it? It totally looks like a kaleidoscope right there. All right, so that's the oops, did I do the opposite? That's okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Just call this out. Okay, so we'll use this one as a clue card for this one. The Lovers in reversal. Calling time. This was encircled in like my charging cord. So nicely done in a circle rather than sprawled out wherever the frick. And it landed in the circle. So these energies, some are ill-intended, some are unbiased. They just don't vibrate. And so the best way to kind of deal with these energies are like to save one's own sanity and energy. For me, I can just categorize them in one bucket, like non-essentials to me. Okay. They're irrelevant to it's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like bad nuts. To me, preferentially, that's not a good nut for me. Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's funny. It's like smash or pass kind of energy. That's not a good nut. That's funny. Holy smokes, with the Lovers in reverse. Yeah. Like if you want to make a mountain into a molehill, make a mountain from a molehill, that kind of energy. If I'm going to be absolutely blunt and look at the bottom line, those are the bad nuts to me. So they just gotta go. Energy, like they have their own orb, like their own circle, their own energy, and just leave them at that. If they don't value me as likewise, even when they're not feeling good or whatever, this is not having high expectations. These are just legit expectations. So if you're gonna show up like that, then they don't it's kind of like I don't need to have any kind of feeling attached to it, or any like cognitive like psychoanalyze this or that. I just need to know that they're not there for me because they are not in the capacity to realize what my worth is. So that's just where they're at in life. So just like let them go, let them go. And that's funny. That is hilarious. And the things that just come channeled in. Holy smokes. Okay. Let me get one more from that. That's insane. What is it? Oh yeah, okay, so this is the clarifying part where it tapers off into infinity and beyond to continue on with the game. You know, it's instruction cards, the more specified version after you lay out the primary rules of like how to conduct this, you know, this how to use these cards, etc. It becomes more elaborate before we move forward. So this is like the finishing touch to the terms and conditions. Like, you know, like I don't want to play with you. I just realized I don't this is in conversation. You're like I just realized I don't want to continue this conversation. I don't want to continue. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be rude, but do I even need to intro with I don't want to be rude? It's just like, I don't think this is working out. That kind of energy before you continue on with the date or whatever it is. It's just like, oh, look where the time has gone. I gotta go. That kind of energy. Yeah. And then there's, what was I gonna say about this? Or something else. I think that was a primary there, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. My B2B energy. My B2B flex. Okay. Gifts unlocked. So, part of the gifts unlocked exclusively for me is, it's not just flat out discernment. It's the enactment of it. Like it's almost a reflex. Like just I just know it and it just transpires. It's just part of me that has awakened and saying like yes, no, whatever, you know, that kind of energy. And so that creates a lot of progress and a lot of traction. Um a lot of resilience because you don't have to think twice about it. It's just the way I was built. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. So this is a huge boost. Mhm. And also in direct alignment with the divine. Like when there's no doubt, it's like I believe in myself just as much, nearly as much as what I could conceive my, you know, my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight does. You know, how amazing is that? Okay. All right. I was getting some cards from here? Yeah. Oh wait, no, I already got cards from there. Okay, so then this is the next portion. Okay. All right, on my left foot, and then the one where the lover's card was. 5 of Pentacles extroverted, yeah, and then 8 of swords. Yeah, so even as goofy footed as I am, I free myself because I stand correct. And this is an accentuated force. Like again, it fell straight exactly where the lovers in reverse was, which is like that simply, instead of saying that's extremely lacking, or it's just like that simply won't do. That's the graceful way in doing things. Like that simply won't do. And let me not bore you with the reasons why. Just that simply won't do. All right. All right, my B2B flex. And that's how I like arose with this reading. I was like, fuck that shit. I like on my personal reads, on my personal time, people are gonna try to like stomp on my parade. Like even after I cleared the energy and like they reasserted themselves, like, fuck that bitch. No, I'm gonna go B2B on this and so that's what inspired me. This simply won't do. All right. Okay, what flew out over this cuckoo's nest? This cuckold nest? Okay. Six of Pentacles in reversal and Knight of Wands extroverted. So yes, I can claim my prize, even if it's a consolation prize. This is understanding that there's been imbalances, and I refuse to lock in that identity through another face. I've seen this energy before, and now it's time for me to receive. It's time for me to receive. On the recipient end, yes, I will tell you in your face it is time for me to receive. Knight of Wands extroverted, and it's an affirmation. All right. Okay. So that's that energy. Okay, switched up. Okay, gifts unlocked. Exclusively for to the inner wild. So, what shall I receive? Knight of Pentacles. Something's delivered for sure. What is it? What is delivered? Am I delivered? Is it another sense? I mean, freedom has been depicted here quite a bit, so it's a consistent thing. It's a theme. It's a new theme. Oh, the lesson. It's a lesson taught. I mean, this is a lowercase a. Some people may be Canadians here because that joke of like a. Oh, and they're saying a. I'm on vacation. Every single day. Something. And I love my occupation. Something like that. Okay. I mean, this is kind of like a firm. Queen of Wands here. Because normally when you handle a wand, it's like bibbity bobbity boo, like that. Pointer out, right? Jupiter. But here it's like that. Do you see it? It's discipline like on the board, like that. You know, that kind of energy. Yeah, definitely. That's weird. So this is the discipline. But this is like soft core. This is a soft core lesson. Like, this is how you're going to treat me. Type of energy, but like emphatic about it. You see? Because that's the lowercase a. It's not the uppercase a. This is still bringing in the A game and starting off where it should, but it's like the do you understand? That's what that is. So deliver, like, the lesson is here. Yeah, I asked if the lesson was for me or for others. I mean, the enactment is like the hidden energy. Yes, this is a lesson for me to, like, in practice, to stand my ground. But moreover, this is a lesson delivered to others. Okay, so anything more from this? Do I get more? Oops. No. Move on to these. Yeah, move on to these. Okay. So gifts unlocked exclusively for the Trinity Inner Wild is as I move along. Not only is there adventure depicted in here, but also opportunities, just like ad hoc, on the fly opportunities. To speak my piece. Seven of Swords in reverse. No bullshit. Yeah. In various ways to say, no bullshit. No, no, no. That simply will not do here. No, no bullshit. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to get one more card out of this. Yeah, it's making several ways of saying like, this is a different version of capiche. Do you get it? Without making somebody feel stupid unless they need to be like felt like unless they need to be humbled into that like dunce cap. It's like something like that, yeah. Anyway, I'm supposed to get one more card out of this. I'm not sleepy yet, so there's that. Patience. Nine of Cups in reverse. So, this is recognizing. Oh, wait, no, this is Six of Cups in reverse, not Nine of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. It's doing away with bad blood. This is, a dialysis, and it's like, is it the white blood cells that fight off, like, you know, like, bad shit? Are they the badasses of fighting off bad shit? That's what it feels like here. So, anyway, this is, dialysis, siphoning out the bad blood. You know, it's, and bringing in the new. Like, I don't have any room to hold space for, for that. That's it. I don't even need to, like, indulge in any of that. Okay. Oh my god, it's already been almost an hour. Okay, takeaways time. Shh. We did good. Okay. Because now I have to work on 2 playlists and 2 recaps. Ah! Help! Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, so let me. I want to get a surprise one from here because it's a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful one. Okay. 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 Surprise, surprise. So you rubbed your eyes. What is it? So I rubbed my eyes. I don't know what that song is from. Or what that was. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what is per throw? Gotta do in here. What's per throat gotta say in here? The Sisters of Fate. You tell me. You tell me. There's 2 here. Oh, Ace of Cups and 8 of Wands in reverse. What do you call it? I can't even, what is the word that, discretion. No, not discretion. This is like the full disclosure statement. What the heck? That I'm doing right with that. It's like it's a total refresh. I am not going to bring in any baggage whatsoever to the next. And so this is a huge refresh. This is prosperous. A white horse, white stallion. It's kind of like the Loch Ness monster glorified right there. I asked about Perthro and I asked about my so there's like mystical energy, like the unknown. And this is I asked about the 3 Sisters of Fate. It's like they can, well, I was trying to find the word for discretion. They kept giving me disclosure and what is it? Disclosure, and I forgot what the other one was. Discernment. But it wasn't discretion, because even when I thought about it, when I found that word, it was blank. It was no. Disclosure. It was more so disclosure. They kept repeating disclosure. This is full disclosure. This is almost like Death Becomes Her, when that lady hands over like the potion, and she said, "But wait, let me tell you something." If you drink it, that kind of energy. So it's that. But this is the good stuff. So, yeah, there's no room left for interpretation or therefore misinterpretation. This is solid. I'll get one more topper from, yeah, Sisters of Fate. Just like that. This is Strength in reverse. My B2B flex. Oh, this is inner strength, because like anybody could show up. Anybody could show up at any time. Wherever I'm performing, even if I'm not performing. There People could believe whatever they want to believe. And sometimes whatever people say is whatever they want to say, doesn't necessarily reflect what they believe. Straight up. People will not be straight up with you. And who gives a fuck? Honestly, like the true display of strength is not like up front. This is like on the inner plane. The flex is happening like within my own body, right? So like who like what like it's inner strength is what it's about here. That's the name of the game. Like hokey pokey, and that's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. Yeah. So this is not like really the flex of a muscle, but this is flex as far as like the the articulation points. Because that's what the hokey pokey is. It's not like the flex is like just you put your left foot in, you look, or your right hand in, you put your right hand out. That's what it is. The flex of articulation points. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and being so, I think fate is also administered or embedded within Freya. So I felt like Freya needs to be like asked here. Just Freya, do you want to say something? No, Freya does not want to say anything. Are you good with that? Nothing more needs to be said out of this. I mean, it was full disclosure. I mean, when I thought about Freya, I mean, it was weird because I didn't say anything, but in effect, like that's kind of like Freya right there, just like fair as well. That's so. That's what that is all about. Okay, all right, I'm good with that. All right, so takeaways time. Okay, first, second, third. Okay. All right. Shuffle. No, do it as is. Okay. Top bottom takeaways. Master in reverse. That is an emperor in reversal. detached, um, mhm, well-intended. Yeah, not neutral, not ill-intended. It's well-intended, not objective, just detached. Okay. Okay. Observing things that are like beneath the surface, you know, things that are not so obvious to the naked eye, or at a glance. Maybe for this energy because they're very well versed, but they're looking deeper. Okay. Clarified by, oh, clarified, but this is no secret to the sauce. Doubt. Is this the same energy? No. External. No wonder. Okay, so this energy is looking, observing, basically SWOT analysis, looking at everything. It's removed, okay? And they are looking at the doubters. The things that are obvious, okay? So beneath the surface, I want to take one from underneath here because they're looking beneath the surface. So barrier. These are local gatekeepers. Hold on. Yes, these are the ones that are enacting doubt. Some are local gatekeepers, but some, like in its energetic form, are acting like I volunteer for the tribute of local gatekeepers. That's what this energy is doing. So they're looking at any kind of obstructions, even in its energetic path. Like I encountered on the prefix with the post reading, that's like what is holding up my progress, what's holding up Tina. Like she's doing all that she can do, and so they're observing and they're noticing that these energetics are acting as, you know, in some form of matter, like gatekeepers. Yeah. um but they're clowns almost. Look at it close up. Do you see? Yeah, they're just clowning. Okay. All right, second bottom top. Bottom is Five of Cups in reverse. That's a graceful goodbye. This is like, what is it? Bowing out. Yeah. Okay, top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. The Fool card. I was gonna say they look like, you know, kind of like a gesture almost. But anyway, this is a Fool card. This is an opportunity for change, for a beautified path, basically. You know, the Fool card. I've never seen a Fool card like this, which is insane. This is a gifted opportunity to shine, to grow, to develop, even after one develops into a butterfly. Do you see the auric field of that butterfly? That's insane. It reminds me of like the sacred geometry type of imagery in certain illustrations of cards. But anyway, bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups in reverse, baptismal type of energy. This is one for the homies as well, looking at this energy here. Mhm, interesting. One for the ancestors, basically. But this is a winner energy. Interesting. I don't know why the Eucharist is prominent here, the body of Christ here. So there's something about like waking the dead, waking up the ancestors, being that the Eucharist is there. Top of the deck, no secret to my sauce. Ace of Wands in reverse is bibbity bobbity booing, the ethers of the Earth Star Chakra. So basically ancestors, you know. Yeah, waking the dead, basically. Interesting. That's weird. Okay, so two takeaways for my super duper refined divine collective. Not the ones that claim to be, but the ones that are. Okay, from now and moving forward. Okay. First takeaway. Talent. Oh my goodness. I swear, I have like I have celebrity energy here. I don't really, or upcoming celebrities even. These the talent doesn't just show up for nothing. You see, that's crazy. Okay, clarified by paradigm. This is the universe card. This is the one up. This is considered a major arcana. This is a paradigm shift. So expansion in your arena of talents for sure. Or becoming more well versed, like still within the same umbrella, but mm, like innovative is what it's saying. Clarify by Three of Pentacles, industry. Yeah, this is celebrity energy. This is like Three of Pentacles is always celebratory. This is we talked about this opportunity, learning, industry, like partnerships that are functional, substantial. They create, they co-create that energy. That's you. If you are not a celebrity yet, this is within your energy field, and I don't think anybody can take this away from you. There's no destiny swapping here in this field. You this is good stuff. All right. Second takeaway. Power. Oh my. You're not just celebrity energy. You're like the best of the best. Like it's easy for okay, it's great to say like, oh, you have talent, but then there's like a lot of shitheads that have talent. There's a lot of shitheads that can make shit out of, like this and that. It's not all formula based, so this is striking. This is crazy good. Clarified by the Hierophant, extroverted. Power well exercised. This is like irrefutable is what I heard in my head, and this is what came through. You're crazy. Crazy good at what you do. Clarified by justice in reverse. This is crazy. This is maybe local government, local justice type of energy. But this is kind of like taking justice into your own hands, but in a way that it's malleable and you can again, it's innovate, like reinvent something, reinvent the wheel. Like the wheel is now a cog in, something greater. Like you add a few stubbies to that, and I was like, oh, that's now a cog. Yeah, this is, yeah, it even has all of those in there. Interesting. Yeah, this is the best of the best energy. So that's wonderful. Good job. Yeah, these are energies that have expressed their what is it, creative freedom. I couldn't think of like the phrasing in it from the previous, like one of the previous readings, but this is definitely doing well, expressing or kind of emphasizing your need for creative freedom and making it so, establishing that as a prefix in your working environment. So a lot of good can be done out of that. Because I remember something about like one of the female rappers talking about like, oh yeah, they want me to start rapping about this instead of that, and so it's almost like dumbing yourself down, having to fit into a mold just because they say that you only can do this, when it's more of like it actually is a bigger agenda in mind, and which is like saying like it's a double insult um, in thinking that you're not smart enough to really understand what's going on, you know, in the bigger picture. So yeah, we're seeing that. Okay. Anyway, two or one. One takeaway for my partners in peace and quiet, yeah? One. Okay. So first one. Sexual attraction in reverse. This is the so my true ones know the area of discipline. Like whether okay, if there is some sexual attraction, it's a there's a probation period. there's there's boundaries at that. So yeah. It's not like business is business type of energy in its complete form. This is more like I know what's up on the regular, and so this is a prefix. Like, you know, it's it's conducting business properly. The sound business techniques. Okay. Clarified by um 9 of Wands in reverse. Um that's a smitten energy. Like remember we talked about like this is showing up, this is, you know, even if you're wounded, this can also be conceived of. I checked if it's a no-go type of energy, like not showing up or refraining. This is like falling for someone. This is like a tripped up kind of energy. So this is smitten, but I was just like, I'm not gonna, yeah, that kind of energy. Partner in peace and quiet. Let's chill for a second. I need to dominate this realm on the inner temple first. I can do it. Okay. Clarified by Eight of Swords. So I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick to it. I can get myself out of it whenever I want. I can, yeah, this is I'm gonna stick to it type of energy. This is crazy. Whoa, that's for real. Okay. That's funny. Okay. All right, 3 takeaways for me. Okay. First one. Extroverted. Heartbreak in reverse. Extroverted. So no disappointments, no blah blah blah, no unrequited love, no variations of like this is it's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good. Not just all right, it's gonna be all good. Okay. Clarified by 3 of Cups in reverse. Master number 33 here is the master communicator. I feel like this is sobriety, but it's also like celebrating with self, celebrating myself, not seeking anybody's permission to like, are you guys okay with me like like saying yay for myself? Like it's none of that. It's being engrossed with celebrating myself. Yes. So this is not the area of like, I don't, this, it's kind of already known that I don't need to ask for permission or check with the environment to see if it's okay to like say yay for myself. This is more like be engrossed with it. Be extra involved with it. Yeah. So you set the precedence as to whether or not, like, if other people celebrate you, if that's lame or not. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's trying to half-ass you. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, it can be as minuscule as somebody like giving you like a fake compliment. It's understanding the different degrees of it. I just felt something in my heart there for sure. It's that. Some it's people are like passive aggressive bullshit. Like seriously. All right. So clarified by Empress in reverse. Yeah. So being objective again. Just what am I? Oh me. Oh my. Oh, that's Leon Bridges. I forgot what that song is. Beyond. Yeah. It's beyond me. I know that's not what that song is really about, but this is I heard oh me, oh my, like so like it's a crying shame. That kind of energy. But yeah, I'm still feeling good. I'm not gonna let that. Oh my gosh, that's master. That's not just master number 33. That's a 333 right there. That's crazy. That's my angel number. Okay, that's my first takeaway. Yeah. Okay, my second takeaway is boo boo be doo boo. Hidden enemy in reverse. So the haters are like disarmed, dismantled, unmasked. That's what that is. Like they shall reveal themselves. They will be like seen. So their desire for like fandom and fame and being seen is going to come out in a different way. Trying to destiny swap, it's going to come out like entangled and like it's going to come out deformed. Like, not the way they intended, but they are definitely going to be seen. Clarified by. Eight of Cups in reverse. This is a comeback. This is a boomerang type of energy. Yeah, they were looking for a comeback, a glow up, etc. Like like fishing for that kind of energy. And so this is a different kind of comeback. I'm telling you, this is a boomerang. This is a return to sender. Okay, clarified by. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That they're codependent. You know what they were trying to do? They were trying to cherry pick, off of my land. That kind of energy. Yeah, that their area, their lawn was infertile. That they weren't tending to their own fields. That's what that's going to show. All right, so that's like a big FYI kind of energy, direct. For my second takeaway. It's kind of knowing that justice plays out and like putting those energies to shame without me having to meddle too much in their business. Like it's inevitably going to happen. Gifts unlocked exclusively for To the Inner Wild, season 2, episode 11. My B2B flex. Yeah, right back at you. All right, my third takeaway is, oh, you know what? Because like that's the second one. It's like the middle child energy. That's the one that's like not like paid attention to as much. So that's I've never seen such a thing. That's crazy. All right, my third takeaway. Home. Look, I've reclaimed my castle, my home and hearth. Yeah. Interesting. I like it. I like it so much. Clarified by. Nine of Pentacles in reversal, extroverted. No. Still, Nine of Pentacles in reversal, inverted. What is going on with this? Is there interference? No. Okay. Paradigm shift. Okay. So, if it's Nine of Pentacles in reversal, whether it's inverted or extroverted, codependence. I think there's an area of truth here that's so weird the way it's said. Okay, so this is depicting codependence, right? Whether it's on hush or inverted, like personalized, or on blast extroverted. This is saying that I understand my sense of home better and maintaining it, but it's relative to like how I conduct my garden versus what's happening on the outskirts as well, how people are taking care of their own garden or this and that, so this is like the version of like Yelp mentality. So people are more apt to like in leaving reviews, leave a bad complaint or a bad review, right? Than leaving a good review. That's generally what research has shown from my last understandings. Like, and so if that's the case, what's left for people who are researching the best prospects on what to invest in, they are left with dominantly poor reviews. Like that's the bulk of it. So it's easier also to see, like, to judge what's happening if it's not within your scope, right? So like people are more critical of looking at other people's stuff or whatever. And so for me, as like an auditor at heart, I will generally look at myself, like my garden, not to like compare against others, but to kind of just like to kind of compare notes on how other people do their stuff. It's not like is mine better, but by default, I guess the judgment is that I am doing better. I recognize that I am doing better because of how I invested. I don't realize that because I don't understand that the norm of how people conduct their arenas is by however they handle theirs. And this is not saying I'm better than you. It's just seeing that people conduct themselves differently. In a way that's not according to my preference or to my value set. So, like, and it's like paradigm shift form. It's what is it? Like the I value my garden more because of what I see on the outside. Yes, that's what it. Anything more? No. Okay. Clarified one more time. One more time. In a bit of time. Very subtle energy. Very subtle. It is the right card though. Temperance. Yeah, this is well moderated. Temperance is intuitive alchemy. It's gauging what works when creating something new, a concoction. So you don't really see this in, let's say, the Two of Pentacles, even though there's a discernment in figuring out the balance. Here, this is a balance of like the ratios between two liquids. And so there's a mix that comes into play. A new creation is implied here. So this is, I would say, a more well-versed version of the pentacle energy, which is strange because if you're looking at the time crunch here in suits, cups is, I think, so here, wait, swords is days, wands is weeks, and so cups are months and pentacles are years. So maybe this is a mastery that of like regeneration is what they're saying. Like the translation, the agility of understanding what it takes to build. It comes faster, it comes sooner, in months rather than years. So this is like I'm on the fast track with this energy. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know we were gonna get there, but that's what that is. All right, thanks very much. That yawn was a signal. I don't even really feel it. That was like a semi-yawn, but I think that was just a cue. That was a segue to I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm signing off. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Thank you for my true good vibers. Even when you're not so feeling great, feeling so great. Appreciate your energetic input on that. All right, I think that's it for now. Yeah. All right. Now that this reading is officially over, call back on. Did I say it? I don't remember, but that's okay. I'm gonna say it for good measure. Now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gift, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from suffer and succotash from those that call upon cash, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the wet light of the Holy Spirit. The cleansing for blessings for reformatting to love and light energy and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, no judgment, so for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate location outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading. Boop! Now.